Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG Feed the Beast Revelation server, hanging out here at the crop farm. We got the hemp back there and the potatoes over here, and I've turned them off because I've got enough. In fact, I also went ahead and deactivated the ritual down here just so I don't have the pink fart bubbles going on from that. And I don't need to speed grow anything because I've got lots. I've got, you know, what's it, 45 or 47,000 and 65,000. There's lots. Plus, I've got a ton of stuff in here too. Let's take the easy way in. There we go. This has been working very, very nicely. And one of the things that I was having a hard time was getting the stuff going through. I wanted it to look good. I tried taking a pump from Immersive Engineering and putting that on top of the pipes. I just wasn't able to get anything to go through, so I decided to cheat. And these are transparent conduit facades, and there is a the ender fluid pipes are running through here, and everything is going out into this drum, and then from the drum out into here. And that's true for all of these little setups. But this way I don't have any of the ender conduits because I don't want them to look like it. And I went with the steel fences because they match everything else, and it looks pretty good. And yeah, you can see the drums underneath there, but that's okay. I can go with that. And it's been working like gangbusters. One of the comments was, you know, why are you only using one HV wire connector on your diesel generator here when you could have all three and get a little bit more power? And I said, well, I was planning on getting all three. I just had the one, I think, in place. Anyway, but I've got them all going through here. It's been working like a champ. And if you listen right here, nothing. Because it's stopped. This is full, that is full, all of these things are full, the drums are full. It's filled up as much as necessary, although this is weird. This isn't doing anything, but that animation of squeezing the seeds still goes on. But it's not doing anything. That's okay. Anyway, that's working fine. I did have that one disconnect here, and once I figured that out, things were going much better. There was another disconnect going up where the power wasn't going through, but that I also got fixed, and boy howdy does this just power up really fast. In fact, you can see it's got 3.0 million. Let's go ahead and break that. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. It goes up really fast. So, you know, that was 500,000 RF right there. Very, very nice. So that might go down just a little bit as these things will build back up their max, because it doesn't really chew up that much. Anyway, very, very much impressed with how fast that runs. And once I got the power system set up, it certainly was going ahead and running and generating enough power to supply the power to all the machines. Also, because it was getting kind of dingy back here, got some of these lanterns from Immersive Engineering and stuck them up here because they look very you know, Immersive Engineering-y. And so, you know, that's the plan. And if we go up, I went ahead and stuck up one up here because, again, it was getting a little dingy. Although right now I've got my night vision on, so yeah, I can't really see that anymore. But one of the things I wanted to look at today was the age-old question of, and it is more of a, you know, a vicious sort of question, but it's that, hey, there's a guy over there, and I want to kill that guy over there, but he's too far away for me to want to go kill him, you know, up close. How about I throw a pointy stick at him? And it's been a question for a long time, and it works. It certainly does work. Now, in the age of industrial engineering here, immersive engineering, you don't need to throw pointy sticks. We can do other things. So let's go ahead and take a look at some ways of... Oh, I can take blueprints off. Some ways of throwing types of pointed sticks at people. And so we're going to look at... three devices here: the revolver, the railgun, and the one I don't have listed up. Let's go ahead and put up that. It's the we'll get to it. First, one of the things that I want to do, let's go ahead and make some of these strip curtains. And then if we add that right here, that gives us the extracting conveyor belt, which is mighty handy. And if we take this and we combine this with, maybe on top of, yeah, this gives us the covered extracting conveyor belt. And let's go upstairs. This is the, well, it's not completed yet, but this is the structure for the one of the automated blueprints, engineering workbench. That's what it is. This one is manual, and this guy up here is automated. And you can see I've already got it coming out and going away. And this over here would be stuff going in. So if we smack this little spot right there, ding, automated engineer's workbench. And why you no get power? You're supposed to get power. Let's break that, grab that, put that there. Link. Now it's got power. Okay, so it's what happens when it wasn't a full formed block. It didn't know that that actually accepts power. Anyway, this bad boy needs a blueprint here. And so what we need to do is come over to this spot, and I lied. I need to come over here and grab the projectiles here for shot, common projectiles. And I'm going to do the casual cartridge. Is the main one I'm looking at doing. So let's go in here, slap this in place, say I want that. And if we take a look at the, oh, let's take off that. If we look at this cartridge, I can make the cartridges like this with copper, and I get 5 at a time, so that's 1 per copper. Or I can make these empty shells if they're more of the shotgunny sort of variety. But I can improve this by using a metal press to make empty casings, and I can get 2 for copper per copper. So that's definitely the way to go. So let's come over to here and let's get our bullet casing. Bullet casing. No, that is not a bullet casing. There is no bullet. The bullet is that slug that comes out. The cartridge is the casing and the bullet and whatever projectile, you know, stuff like gunpowder stuff is in there. All right, so let's just toss in the copper, and so this should start making us chunk. And there goes the casing. Yay, casings. So that'll start making us the casings. Bullet casing. No. Anyway, so that'll work there. And oh, here, let's just snag a couple of these for grins and giggles. And up here, I've got the stuff for making the first type. This guy right here. If we look at the engineer's workbench, it needs a casing, gunpowder, and lead nuggets, and that forms the actual bullet part, plus the casing, plus the gunpowder, and some way of igniting that is your cartridge. So, yes. One of the things that's really annoying is when people who know absolutely nothing about guns and ammunition, and they're trying to talk about, you know, stuff, and they go, ooh, this is terrible, look at this. These look like the rubber tipped bullets that people have been firing out. No, they were actual ear protections, you know, those little things you stuff in your ear. Anyway, rant over. This covered extractor I'm going to put right here, and that should start pulling the stuff out. And if I'm standing right here, I can't intercept that stuff, which is good. Anyway, so that stuff's going through. I'm just going to speed it up like this. Oh, casings. And that's, you can see it's starting to produce. I like the animation. It put all the items, it did some work over here, squish, and now I've got a cartridge. Ta-da! And I played with, in Creative, I played with these. There's your regular cartridge. I made a whole bunch of iron golems, and then I used them as target practice. And this produced, let me turn over my page. Where's my notes? Yeah, this cartridge did about 5 points of damage. The armor piercing did about 5 points of damage. I would assume if I were fighting a zombie or a skeleton that had a bunch of armor on, it would pierce through and do damage. The buckshot, that one, like your regular, shotgun sort of stuff, that did 6 to 9 points of damage, and it did a wider spread, but it's much shorter range. High explosives, that didn't do much. It was like 2 to 5 damage, but it did a range, didn't break any blocks, which was nice. The silver cartridge does more damage against undead, which, if all I were targeting is undead, then that would be great. Dragon's Breath is amazing. It does basically a flamethrowery sort of effect, like a shotgun. The file cartridge allows you to make a potion, and then you can shoot that potion and it makes a lingering effect in an area, which is cool. The flare cartridge allows you to shoot a flare in the air and you get little fireworks coming down. Homing cartridge, this, if you shoot close enough, you don't actually have to be accurate, you just need to be close enough, and it'll home into the nearest bad guy. Crystallized Will, I didn't actually make any of those. Yeah, the Wolfpack cartridge is interesting because it uses multiples of other cartridges. You shoot it, and you get this little effect of like 5 or 6 slugs coming out and then curving back in and hitting it again. That one, that seemed like it was doing maybe 10 damage, but that was pretty cool because you hit it once and it was like got hit a second time. This one, the Dragon's Breath cartridge, that on that Iron Golem, that did like 40 points of damage. Holy cow, did that do a lot of damage. So, we'll definitely want to do that. Anyway, this guy, we got 10 of those. This has been fully fed in. We need more cartridges. We've got all the cartridges. And because we can, let's go ahead and go shove. And it'll feed in the cartridges. And up out of the way of that. And I do kind of love this little animation. That's cool. All right, fun stuff. Anyway, so now I've got ammunition taken care of. Let's set up a second set of ammunition. These are the empty shells. There, now I've got 65 of them. And I've got the gunpowder and the pulverized aluminum that I need to make the Dragon's Breath cartridge too. So let's go ahead and spit those in there. And that should... oh no, that's not actually going to make them because I just have that one in place. Well, the items will just sit in there and do nothing, I guess. Maybe. Okay, ammunition taken care of. Cha-ching. Let's go take a look at some of the other stuff that we need to do. I need wooden grips. And we'll save one for later. I also need some revolver barrels, and we'll save 2 for later. Oh, hey, put that there. 1, 2. There we go. Then we come over here. I need a revolver drum and a revolver hammer. And then well, we don't actually need that, but let's come to this point. I should be able to make my revolver, out of 2 iron. Let's grab 2 iron. All right, now we can make it. Make my revolver. Dun, 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 dun. All right, now I have a revolver, and it's a pretty cool... Make my day. So I've got myself a revolver, and that little diagram in the corner, bottom right, that shows that it can hold up to 6 cartridges, and it's got nothing in it. So that's a problem. We definitely need to fix that. Whoops. Let's jump upstairs. And let's grab some of these. I'll grab, hey, you got 39. And so if I crouch right click, now I can go and put my cartridges in, and now I've got stuff I can shoot. If I right click, did it leave a mark? Nope, not that I can see. So that will shoot, and if we control right click again, you see I've now got an empty casing because I fired the bullet out of that casing, and so now it's empty. In fact, the nice thing about that is you can reload it. In fact, you always want, if you can, recycling your brass is always a good thing to do. Now, one of the things that you can set up, a little bit of steel and iron, you can make a revolver speed loader, which is handy. So if we crouch click this, now I've got that speed loader, and as long as it's in my person, then I've got another 8 shots. So as soon as this one empties out, then it'll load another 8 for me, which is very handy. But that's not all you can do with this. Let's get a few more things. This sword, steel, and some treated wood, and that gives me a bayonet. So, you know, it's if you've got that thing of, hey, I want to kill that guy way over there, but he comes running up really close and you keep missing, well, if you've got the bayonet, then you can do stabby work on him just the same. Oh, let's come over here and grab one other thing. This is the extended magazine, so we'll just make that as well. Come back over to the engineer's workbench, pull that out, revolver in, bayonet, and extended magazine. Let's actually do that one at a time. So if we pull the model change just a little bit, we pull that out. It's hard to see, but underneath the barrel, and it's got that yellow tip, there's the knife right underneath it going. So I can now go stabby with it, and it's similar to an iron sword as far as damage is concerned. But let's put the extended magazine in, and ooh, I got a shader. Oh, cool. And now you can see that extended magazine. That gives me a few extra slots. In fact, it gives me 6 extra. Just crouch click. Fill up. So now I've got 8 here plus another 6 plus another 8 here. So I've got a lot more shooting capabilities, which is handy. Let's take a look at this random shader grab bag. Right click. Chlois. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so if we're looking at the gun, you can see the gun there. Let's put the gun back in. Let's hit the shader on it. Ooh. See how it's turned kind of green? Yeah, let's go with that. Because I've got a shader. There we go. It's kind of green. Cool. So now we've got a pretty nice piece. Now you can only have 2 add-ons on it. This one here, this is the amplifier electron tubes, which sticks on the side on the front. It would be above where the bayonet is on the left side of the barrel. Anyway, this one, it says the revolver shoots shots that inflict a shock damage. Not that I could see in testing. If I shot a iron golem, he took 5 damage just like a plain bullet did, but there was a short interrupt, like maybe half a second or a quarter of a second, where he was kind of stunned and couldn't do anything. So PvP wise, maybe this would be worth doing, but I'm not going to do anything with that. But now I've got this bad boy. Pew, 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 pew. And we'll take him out to the mining dimension and shoot some things with that. But the next thing I want to do is look at another way of killing long range. These are MV wires from Electrum. Let's make 2 Electrum blocks. And come over here and go badoink, badoink. I need the 2 extra revolver and the wooden grip. And this gives me the rail gun. Now, the rail gun, let's put that up there. The railgun uses electricity to toss slugs. And hey, we got some slugs right here. These are just iron rods. And as long as you have them on your person, you can shoot them with it. Now, I've got my Wyvern flux capacitor, and so that will charge these things up. And if you right-click and hold, it is now charged, and it will shoot. We'll shoot the same block here. Blam! This does leave a projectile. Now you can't pick that up again because it's been shot, but you can see I now have 63 of these iron rods instead of 64. So, you know, hey, I want to shoot that guy away over there. How about I use a pointy stick? Well, that's a mighty fast pointy stick. It just happens to be made out of iron instead of wood. And that works very, very nicely. Now, I neglected to actually get damage count, but we'll find out how that goes. Now, that was... did I not make it? I did not make it. HV, I don't have any. All right, let's see, immersive, HV, I need 3 more of these guys. 1, 2, 3. I failed to do this. This is the additional capacitors. It reduces that charge time. As near as I can tell, it's about a 2-second charge time. But we put this guy in here. Let's put that guy there, and let's pull him back out. And check. See, stays. We pull that guy out. Now it's got a 1-second charge time. Much faster. So that's definitely worth doing. So I like having that. All right, so that's all built, and that's all built. That's all built. Let's go up here, check out, let's grab the rest of these cartridges, and now let's change this. I wanted to make the, no, I can't make those because I need the different engineer's blueprint. Blueprint. I need the specialized. That's the one I need. All right, and so what's the specialized? Where's the specialized one? See, I've got this one's the plates. That's the iron pieces. These are the cartridges. Why show me the specialized one? Unless I have to find this. How do I... R. No. I'm missing something here, clearly. This means I can't make the really cool dragon stuff. Well, poopy. Alright, so I can't do that. It looks really cool. Let's go to the mining dimension and fire this off, and it's daytime, so I'm going to go over there where it's going to be nighttime, and we're going to hunt us some bad guys. So here we are in the mining dimension where there's lots of mobs, and there's no ritual to stop the mobs from coming. Oh, I like that model. All right, distracted. So there's no mobs, no ritual to stop the mobs spawning, and they're all over the place. So let's kill us a whole bunch of them. I'm gonna move my charm out of the way because that'll take damage. Okay, that's just impolite to be pointing the gun at you. But let's go ahead and reach out and touch someone. See, I want to kill that spider from a long distance. Like, one hit. Oh wow, look at all these guys. They are very much paying attention to me from a distance. Dead spider. The thing I noticed is once you start pulling out a gun like this, the mobs aggro on you like nobody's business. Holy cow, do they get very aggroed on you. So he's dead. If I kind of just sit here, the arrows come in from the skeletons, and they'll start. There you go. Hits that spider, and sometimes it'll get the spider mad enough they'll go off and chase the other guy. Oh, hey, he's a rider. Take that, you. Yeah. So this is really fun. I need to shoot a few more of these. Take that, you. You want some? Here, you have some too. Yeah, for the skeletons and the creepers, it looks like 2 hits, and that's all it takes for them. Really, guys? Zombies look like it takes 3 shots. Okay, I've got 1 left. I've got 1 cartridge in here, so let's shoot the zombie. And it's empty. Right-click more, and now I'm reloaded. And that's a cool little animation. The problem, though, is it only knows about 8 because the extended one I have doesn't have that additional 6. So that's an issue. But we're filled up and ready to go. Let's try out the railgun. Now, 2 shots to hit this guy and to kill him. Ooh, all right. So how much damage do you have left? You've got, 2.5 hearts. Not bad. Take that. Yeah, Everybody's mad at me when you pull out these guns. Let's look at this guy. You have 20 hearts. So let's go ahead and railgun him. Quit strafing around. Alright, so that was 20 hearts, and now he has 2.5. So that looks like that's 15 damage. That's not bad. That's about 3 times the amount of the pistol. I wonder if the steel would do a little bit more. The steel rods might. Yeah, I think the server's going, holy cow, there's so many mobs. Okay, let's teleport back home and let these guys do their thing. Yeah, I think we've got lots and lots of entities from the arrows. Too much fun. The problem is, though, you're going to aggro all the mobs, and that's a problem. So definitely watch out for that. They will aggro like crazy. Speaking of aggro, no, not bubbles. I want to put this back in my inventory so I'm safe. All right, the next thing I wanted to do, there. See, that's a cool. Hey, when did I get shot? Who shot me in the behind? Anyway, I do like the model there for the railgun. That is just very cool looking. So the next one I want to talk about is the gun turret, and it's a automated defense system, and that needs a little prep work because I prepped for everything else but that one. So we'll be back to the regular scheduled program once I'm prepped. Alrighty, it's gun turret time. And the recipe for that is not all that difficult. It's just, more of the same sort of thing. I need a turntable. So let's take a look at the recipe. Revolver, turntable, redstone engineering block did that. Extended magazine, already built one of those. Circuit boards, that's new. And precision scope is also new. So I went ahead and made another revolver. Had one of these redstone energy blocks left over. Turntable goes there. This is the extended magazine again. It goes there. This is the precision scope, and we go ahead and put that on there. Now I could put that on top of my railgun, but I played with it and I didn't see the need for that. And this circuit board, insulating glass. I had all those bits. Gimme. Why gimme? There we go. I had to kind of like shift click it in. Hey, give me that back. Let's look at it. Circuit board, insulating glass, copper plate, vacuum tube, circuit board. Oh, unless that's an item that I can't make on the server. That would be very nice if I could, but maybe that's... See, it looks like it can come in. Do I... Ooh, I actually got it. Oh, wow, okay. So let's put that there, and now I can make the gun turret, which is another way of saying, hey, I'd like to kill that guy, but... I don't want to be there to actually have to do any of that messy killing. How can I do something else? And the answer is yes. We can do something else. Oh, I'm only 25? Wow, I shot up a whole bunch. Let's go ahead and break that guy up. And let's head over to the mining dimension. Let's not. It lagged everything up so badly while we were there. Instead, let's go ahead and set him up here. I think we'll go ahead and put... let's see, we got the wooden storage. Yeah, let's do this. Put that like that, and put the gun turret on top. And I'm going to break that with the wrong tool. Okay, now it's the right tool. And put that here. All right, now this thing needs several bits. Oh, hey, I've got bits in here. Let's grab those bits. It needs power. And there's the flex point from below, and boom, power done. And then it needs ammo and some way of getting out the casing. So let's extract on red or green always. Actually, since the casings are empty, let's extract on that. And that means we insert on orange, and I said insert. And then the full ones we'll go ahead and insert. Let's go with brown. Let's go with gray for the. There we go. That's the lead. We'll insert the lead always, and so that needs to go on light gray. Insert. So now if we toss those in there, you can see it's slowly shoving in pretty fast. It shoves in the cartridges we need, and at this point. I can blacklist, people, players, and whatnot. I just want to kill anything that's a mob. So we've got that going down. What do I have by way of soul vials? What's in you? A bat. No, I don't want to use a soul vial on a bat. I do have this one, a zombie villager. You're going to be my my test subject here. Oh, the other thing. So it's got power, it's got ammo, and it can pull out the casings, but it needs a redstone signal to activate. Crouch click. Now it needs a redstone signal to deactivate. So with the setting sun, let's go ahead and end the life of this zombie villager. 3, 2, 1. And he's dead. Isn't that cool? That's really fun. It's that, hey, anybody coming up here that I don't like? Blam, 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 they're all gone. Now, it does mean I need to go ahead and make a bunch more cartridges for this, because 22 just ain't going to be enough if I have a swarm attack Grok tech here, which would not be very nice. One final thing. Many people commented about the projector, and because I couldn't get it to rotate. The answer was the pick block key, which I always take off of the middle button of my mouse because that just doesn't work so well. So I have a button that's right underneath my thumb, and I always bind it to that. It's button number 4 on my mouse, and that's the key. So much nicer having that there, but at this point, don't need that. But now you know. I kind of like the model on that too. It's almost like a gun, but it's not. Oh! Before I end up, I put my guns away. Here's old Betsy with the speed loader, and over here is Remote Justice, a railgun with some iron rods for shooting, and that will certainly work for keeping the bad guys at bay if necessary. And it works. It works really well, and I can reach out there and touch someone at quite a distance. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer, having way too much fun with long-range violence and, pointy sticks at people. Pointy sticks made out of iron rods and lead slugs. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here on the FTOG Feed the Beast Revelation server. Having too much fun. And thanks for watching. Bye.